60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, I'm John.
I'm Nancy.
And we are
JandNTravels.
JandNTravels. Thank you for joining us on this very cold day here in southern New Hampshire.
I know. We haven't had any nice weather. One day we had a couple of hot weather, high 80s.
And that's about it. Yeah, I don't know what we came back to here.
Yeah.
Just talking to Larry this morning, and they're getting all the way up there in Canada, and they're getting 73 degrees right now.
Yeah, we had 2 days of high 80s. You were working, so you didn't get to enjoy it. Yeah. And that was about it.
I know. It's too bad.
Yeah.
Well, before we start, we're on our edition where we do 3 questions and talk about them. And if anyone wants to interject, we love to hear some comments from other people. But before we do that, I would like to remind people that we are been very active on our Facebook page. To go over the JandNTravels Facebook. Nancy puts pictures up every week. We have some trivia. We have some shorts. We have some miscellaneous Monday, which are kind of news stories with a little bit of a twist sometimes on them. Different stories that you don't see in the regular media. So go to the Facebook page. We also have a merch. Let's see, actually put that thing up. A merchandise page. Check that out. Just take a look, browse through it when you have a chance. We appreciate that. And we are going to start up our game day again.
Yeah, on Sunday. Yeah.
We've got everything worked out with Tanisha. She's going to come up at 4:00, and we're going to have her do her national days, and then we'll go into our games. Name this and the crap one.
Fact
or crap. So those are the 2 things we're going to do on Sunday. So that's this Sunday's the first one. We'll try and do it once or twice a month, and that's on May 21st. So I notice Larry's been in the chat, and let's say hello, Larry. He's still waiting for the renovations to his place, his home to go through.
I hope that goes quick.
He's saying it's going very slowly.
Very slow. Yeah. Oh, that's too bad.
Larry, last I heard, you were even living there during the day, though, even though they were working on it. Are you still doing that, and how close are they to finishing? And I know Scott Smith in here.
Hey, Scott,
thanks for coming in. Nice to see you. Larry says it was 88 Fahrenheit 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
So we don't have to go to Florida, Larry. We just go up to Canada.
I hope you're enjoying the nice Larry. I mean, you're lucky to be having that right now.
Now you're in Powell River, in the beach, the place you've been walking in, and the beach you go to is in Powell River. How far is that from your actual home? Is that something that's just a couple minutes away, or is that something you're going to drive a ways? So, let me put this back up. Get the first question up here, Nance. All right, so might as well put that on the screen. Okay, so we have 3 questions today, and the first one is favorite complimentary restaurants on a cruise ship.
Oh, I know which one's mine are.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And we can speak on these because we have, we only go to complimentary restaurants. We haven't done the specialty restaurants.
No, we've never done a specialty restaurant.
So unless you want to count one 30 plus years ago, that was the lone one that you went to with your
Oh,
parents.
Paolo's. Oh, I
yeah,
did do,
on
and it was
Disney.
$5. Holy moly. That food was so good. I could still taste it now, quite a while ago.
So
Paolo's on the Disney cruise ship Magic.
so complimentary restaurants. Now we're not going to remember all of them all the way
No.
back on the cruises, but some of the ones that we did come up with. Okay,
Yeah.
we might as well start with our most recent cruise, which was on the Horizon.
Yeah.
That was our first Carnival cruise in
Over 30 years.
over 30 years,
Yep.
right? So they changed it completely, obviously. But one of the things we enjoyed when we got on there, I love barbecue, was a Pig and Anchor.
That was good.
Now, Pig and Anchor had a pay restaurant there, but the lunches on, was it just sea days?
I believe so.
Yeah, on sea days were complimentary.
Yeah, it was really good.
So you definitely get your share of their barbecue. See, Larry says, we just found out it may take 2 months more.
Oh, no.
We daily for about 5 hours, been getting us active. Yes, we're currently living in a home. Yeah, so they're juggling back and forth. So they
Wow.
must go back at night, give them 5 hours during the day to work.
Oh, wow.
I guess if
Boy.
you're looking at the glass half full, Larry, it's getting you out exercising, so that's good. And the weather's perfect for it.
And you'll have a beautiful new kitchen when you're done. So that'll be nice. But boy, is it taking a while, huh?
And everything for him is a 10-minute ride away.
Everything's 10 minutes. Wow.
But Scott says they always go to Guy's Burger. Now we have that
Yeah.
on our list too.
I like guys.
And Guy's does a good burger.
Yeah, they
I don't
do.
think it's. I mean, I don't know. The burger, I guess, the burger doesn't seem like it's so much better than other burgers, but it's very tasty burger and the fries.
It's tasty. I mean, I would have liked to have, piled all the toppings, but I can't. I can't eat that stuff. So I had to limit the toppings I put on. But I bet it would be awesome with more toppings. But it was good.
And that's a good point. You know, the big thing with Guys probably is the toppings. They
Yeah.
have that nice
Yeah.
toppings bar.
Yeah.
And it's funny, Larry, in the house here, we went on a group cruise on the Horizon,
Yeah.
and there was a contest. The group put it on of the quickest to eat the burger,
Yeah.
and Larry blew
Larry,
the
that's
contest out of
right.
the water.
Larry, I don't know how you did that. That was amazing. Yes, it's all on video too.
That's a video we
You
haven't
check
put
it
up yet,
out. We
Larry,
haven't put
but
it out yet.
I
But yeah.
don't think I have enough to make it a regular video, so maybe a short, but keep your eyes open for that. But
Oh.
yeah, that was, I want to say he did in 46 seconds.
Yeah,
or
I think it was
something.
like 44,
Some absurd amount
46.
like
That was
that.
amazing. Yeah. That was a fun activity, watching everybody try to eat a burger fast.
Now, Larry picks the Mongolian wok. That was your number one favorite.
I love that. Yes, that was my number one favorite. Yes.
Now, Mongolian wok is their Asian restaurant,
Mhm.
which at night is called Gigi's, right?
Gigi's, yeah.
And it's a pay restaurant at night.
Yeah.
But like Pig and Anchor and like the Italian place, on sea days, they open up for lunch
It
from
was
12
delicious.
to 2.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
too.
I loved it.
That was delicious. You order a bowl, you pick the noodle, you
And the
pick the sauce.
And the added, you can have shrimp or
Right, the meat, right.
yeah,
Yeah,
bok chow, or if I said that right, I had that one time. Yeah, it was really good.
that was terrific. And the other one, I can't remember what it was called in the daytime. It was, I keep calling it the pasta bowl, but it was right across the hallway
Yeah, I
from
don't
the
know the name
Mongolian
of
wok.
it.
It was okay.
Yeah.
You know, you could do different sauces. You could
Yeah.
do the white sauces or the tomato sauce.
Yeah.
And you do the same thing. You could pick your noodle and your
Right.
meat.
Yeah.
So, of course, they had a little bit, the noodles were more like Italian style noodles, you know, the big ziti type of noodles, whereas your noodles in the Asian
I
restaurant.
have to admit, though, I did get into the spaghetti bolognese. It was delicious. After I got back from the cruise, I was making more of the spaghetti bolognese here at home because I really loved it.
We actually haven't had a bad spaghetti bolognese on any
No,
cruise ship.
no,
That
the
is the
sauce
one
is
thing
really
that's
good.
right, that they seem
Yeah.
to make well on
Very good. Yeah. So
every cruise we've been on. So I miss Maxwell Smart. He's driving along. Maxwell,
how you
thank you for
doing,
coming in.
Maxwell?
Driving along. Another one we had from that same cruise. Well, this is just a mention because it was complimentary, but neither of us liked it. Was a deli.
Yeah, I mean, I can't eat a lot of that kind of stuff, so
What do you guys think about the deli on there? We tried probably. I think they offered maybe I don't know, 12 different sandwiches. And we
Yeah.
tried probably 5 of them between the two of us,
Yeah.
and didn't find any of them that we liked, right?
Yeah, I got to be careful what I eat, but I was really disappointed. I really like Reubens, so I ordered a Reuben, and I was really disappointed because they didn't put much corned beef in it. But I guess the tip is you're supposed to ask for double meat, so I didn't know that because on the NCL, when I got Reubens, they were amazing. They were really nice and thick with a lot of corned beef. But I suppose if I asked for double corned beef, I probably would have liked it.
Was the quality of the sandwich good, or was it just that it was lack of meat?
Well, I didn't like it because it was lack of meat.
Yeah. So it
But
was more bread,
yeah,
bready table.
so it was very thin. And
Larry loves the fried noodles, but he does not like the bolognese on the cruise ship.
oh,
That's
really? You don't
interesting.
like the bolognese? I thought it was really good.
Funny the different
Yeah.
tastes with people, huh?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the bolognese.
And this, sadly to say, was one of our big go-to places. Was um, the pizza place.
Oh, I know.
I think Carnival needs to really remanage the way they do it, because it was the
Yeah.
only thing open after 11, and the
Mhm.
line was always from one end of the ship to the other side of the ship.
Yeah.
But the pizza was the best we've
It was
had
good.
on.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I mean, we had good pizza on the Oasis. The Sorrento had very good pizza. Um,
Disney Crush, thanks for coming in. Nice
hello,
to see
Disney.
you. Okay, so Larry had, that's funny because we liked the bolognese. He didn't.
Yeah, he
He
didn't.
had good luck with the deli sandwiches.
Oh, really?
And we didn't. So
I mean, I only tried the one because I really like, you know, what is it? Corned beef. So
right.
I
Well, the
like
thing is,
Reubens.
you don't
I'll
want
be right
to
back.
you don't want to fill yourself on ones that sandwiches you're not going to eat. So then we move on to another cruise line. That was the ones that stood out for us on Carnival. So we move on to another cruise line, which is NCL. Now we've enjoyed NCL probably the most as far as complimentary restaurants are concerned. The big thing that Carnival lacks is they do not have a 24-hour restaurant. Royal Caribbean does. Uh, Disney, I think, did. I'm not sure, and NCL did. And I thought NCL's 24-hour restaurant was fantastic. I thought eating it during the day, the food was good, and then what they had is a more of a limited menu at night, but the limited menu contained open face roast beef sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, and my favorite, of course, 24/7 chicken wings. So the NCL was really good. There's a place, and it goes by 3 different names. I think when we started out, the place was the first NCL ship we went on was called the Blue Lagoon. The same place was rebranded as a place called Oceanans, and some of them still go by that name. And then it's been now changed. Any new ship that comes out, I think it's called the Local, but it's all the same place. It's you can get. I don't know if they serve alcohol um, through the night because the food's being served during the night, but you can go in there and get yourself a lemonade, a drink, and a full meal. Or fish and chips was very good there, so we liked that a lot. Um, the other spot we liked, and this was only on a couple of their ships, complimentary, was a place called the Great Outdoors, and this was a place that was set in the back of the ship. It might have been off the back end of the where the buffet is, and it had a limited amount of food, but it had some hot food and some cold food and some sandwiches and tea and coffee. And we would go out there and for breakfast and stuff. It was a beautiful place to sit. And that late at night, I think they would have late night snacks. That's the other thing that uh, Carnival did not have. And I don't know if that's the same with all the ships. We have a cruise book this October on the Carnival ship. I'm hoping some of these ships have late night snacks because you come out of a show at night and you haven't really eaten because you've been sitting in the show, you're starving. So we like to have definitely a snack at the end of the night. And NCL and Oasis to a lower degree hit that. Not Oasis, but the Royal Caribbean hit that. So the Great Outdoors was very good, and for both we like the breakfast stairs and the late night stuff the most. And then they had a version of an Asian restaurant there that was complimentary. And the good thing about their complimentary one, it wasn't just sea days and it wasn't just for lunches. it was also included dinner. So you could go there for, and we did this a couple times during the cruise. You have to make reservations, and we go in there and have some dinner, and it was called Bamboo. The food was okay. I mean, it was, middle of the road. I don't think on any cruise ship you get top-notch um, food, Chinese food or some kind of Asian food at any of these restaurants. I mean, maybe there's some on some cruise ships, but we haven't found them. And the other one, the last one on that we remembered is kind of standing out is their version of a Mexican restaurant, which was called Los Lobos on NCL, and they had. I guess I cheated. Nancy's more of the less picky one. I'm more of the picky meat and potatoes kind of guy. So I would go there and basically have uh, I don't know what you'd call it, some kind of wrap. They had steak and shrimp and chicken stuff. I would have steak and then put the cheese sauce on it and that kind of thing, a few toppings. And that was very good, very tasty. Let's see, Larry, cuisines need more Indian restaurants. Yeah, Nancy always kids me because there were a couple of Indian dishes. And I've never been to an Indian restaurant, but a couple of Indian dishes on the buffet that were very good. And that's a good way to taste, obviously, the different foods and stuff like that. So that was very good but you had to know it was there. And, India would be an interesting restaurant. And he said a Brazilian steakhouse. Now, I guess, Larry, most of the cruises or a lot of the cruises have a Brazilian steakhouse, but it's a specialty restaurant, if I'm not mistaken. So, you went to it when it was Gigi's then. Okay. So you went to the nighttime. So I bet the menu is a lot more upscale when you went to it at night because it was it was a watered down menu for the afternoon when they called Gigi's, what was a Mongolian wok, but it was delicious. And, we ate there. I'll bet we went on a back to back, so we probably ate there 4 or 5 different lunches. But I get it's night, it must have a totally different menu, right, Larry? Is that correct? Hey, Brian, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Nance has disappeared for the moment. Still waiting for her return. So there's 2 other cruise lines that we have been on that we can speak a little bit about their complimentary restaurants or complimentary foods. One is, which is probably our favorite ship still. We never thought we'd enjoy a large ship. We really like the smaller ones, but this one turned out to be very nice. We went on Oasis of Sea, which was a Royal Caribbean cruise. So Larry does say, yes, totally different. Okay. It's probably a lot more traditional. Like if you went to a Chinese restaurant, maybe they have those kind of appetizer type things, I'm guessing. I never even looked at the menu, so I'm not really sure. So Oasis, I just got a comment because we put out a video on the Park Cafe, which is a complimentary restaurant in Central Park. They have a whole Central Park replica on the Oasis. And this is the place, Park Cafe, that has supposedly this very popular roast beef sandwich. Now, nothing's usually as good as people brag about it. And this was good. It was very good. We went back several times, but it wasn't blowing off the top. But that was a Park Cafe. That was a restaurant that you go in, if you went for breakfast, you get very unique breakfast items. They had some unique dessert items. These are all complimentary, coffee, tea, and then the roast beef sandwich. I think they might have had they had a couple soups also, and I'm not sure if they had other meat, but the roast beef was fresh cut meat that they made the sandwich with. So that was delicious. They had their version of the pizza, which is Sorrento, open late at night. It was very good, but like I said, I still think the one we had in Carnival was probably the best pizza we've had. And that's just based on 4 cruise lines. The worst being NCL and the best being the Carnival one. Let's see. Ryan said, my mom is in the hospital getting her gallbladder removed. Taking out. Yeah, I remember you mentioning it last time, Brian. She's still in the hospital then. Well, prayers go with her. Hopefully she's everything's going okay. And Larry said, I'm booked on the Harmony of the Seas, March 2025. Oh, you're already booked on it. March 2025. What month is that, Larry? Did he say? Oh, they said March. March 2025. Now, is that out of Florida, Larry? Where's that out of? Larry sending prayers to you, Brian, also for your mom.
Oh, what's wrong with Brian's mom?
Remember she was in the hospital when we were talking
Oh,
to him
she's
last
still
time?
in the hospital? Oh, I'm sorry to
She's
hear
in the
that,
hospital right
Brian.
now. He said, yeah.
Oh, prayers for her.
It's always sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So on the Oasis, the other thing Nancy enjoyed, I'm not a hot dog person.
Oh, I love hot dogs, yeah.
But you really enjoyed the hot
Yeah,
dog,
it was
right?
good. Yeah.
Came back just in time because you can tell me how the hot dog was. That's a
It was
complimentary
excellent.
thing.
Yeah, it was very good. It was a very delicious all beef hot dog.
Well, they've set up the way Oasis is set up is such a big ship. They have the Central Park area, and then they have an area that's called the Boardwalk. There's actually a merry-go-round on there.
Yeah, it was fun.
It has a hot dog stand, freestanding, and the other place they have there is Johnny Rockets, which is not technically a complimentary, but they do a
Yeah, it
complimentary
was
breakfast.
nice having a sit-down breakfast.
Right.
I mean, it was crowded though. You had to wait for a while to get served. Remember, it took us a while.
Yeah.
But I had French toast. It was very good. And then I think we went there twice because then I got like a Weston sandwich. And I thought that was good.
Well, I don't know if we ever had lunch there.
But I got some kind of a Weston
with the
sandwich.
breakfast. Yeah,
it was on the breakfast
thing, right.
menu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do
because it
remember
has
that.
eggs and peppers.
Right. Yeah, that's what you call those. Okay.
Yeah.
And then there was an unusual thing on which we really liked. I don't know if other cruise lines do it. Maybe you guys can tell me if they do, but the solarium they have there, which they have the Dell
Ooh,
solarium like Carnival
yeah.
does, and like I can't remember if NCL has a solarium, but they actually put out a very good spread of food in the solarium area around lunchtime. That's included.
Yeah, it was
And,
different. They had a lot of different foods there.
right. And they don't advertise it. I
No, they
mean,
don't.
we bumped into it on the very first day when we were exploring the ship, and we
Yeah.
went back several times
Yeah.
because you're sitting out there, you out there, there's a nice little pool there and stuff like that, and to look at the view, and then there's something to eat there if you want. So you don't have to go back up to the buffet or the sit down. And the last one we had marked on Royal Caribbean was a Cafe Promenade. That was across from Sorrento in the Promenade. That's their version of a 24-hour restaurant.
Yeah.
Now, did you ever get sandwiches? They had sandwiches. They
Well, I
had
got the roast
desserts.
beef sandwich there. Wasn't that?
No, that wasn't there.
That
Unless it
wasn't
was
there?
pre-made. They had a few wraps. Remember?
Yeah, I got some
which-
wraps and I think I got a fruit cup.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had the sandwiches looked really good, but I didn't try. I think I might have tried one.
The sandwiches, yeah. And so that was. It's not any place that has a 24-hour, even if it's simple items. I don't know why Carnival can't do that because
Right.
it spreads the crowds out. Number one, so everyone's not in line waiting for the pizza, and it's gives you a little bit of diverse taste from pizza. And the last ship was the Disney ship. Let's see. Larry said just working on a meetup in Victoria next month with Dewey. Okay, man.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun, Larry. So he's coming into port there.
Oh, that's nice.
Larry says, "I think I would like Johnny Rockets." Yeah, because you're a big Guy Burger. It's basically
good.
Well, I don't think there's a name brand burger place on NCL, but Johnny Rockets is their name brand.
Yeah, no, it was good. I wanted to try a burger, but I didn't get a chance to do that. I'm sure it was good. But they charged, was it $10? Because
no, it's 15.
Well, we did talk to someone on the cruise ship who did actually have a burger on Johnny Rockets, and they just said it was just a regular hamburger, but they charged $10. I thought she said 10.
Yeah, well, it's 15 now. Anyways,
It's 15
that's
now?
what's weird because
So I don't
it's a
think
burger.
it's
So I don't know, and it wasn't. You're right. It didn't taste. Brian says hi, Nancy.
Hi, Brian. Nice to see you in here. I will say a prayer for your mom.
Disney. Okay, this goes back. The Disney one we were on was 30 years ago, so I'm sure it's changed a lot. But the two things we could remember was the main dining rooms. Disney doesn't do it like the other cruise ships. They have a full blown out theme. Like one of them, for example, animated palette, the walls turn colors.
Oh yeah,
and
that's
drawings
cool.
would appear
Yeah,
on
they
there.
had these drawings on the walls of the restaurant, and then they would change color. That was really cool.
And
Yeah.
Lamia was based on, of course, the Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah,
which is a
there-
French theme.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And the big thing that always stands out with us, because you don't get this on any cruise ship, is those Mickey bars,
Oh yeah.
expensive Mickey bars that everyone
My
likes.
father loved
The
those.
chocolate covered
Yeah.
were free on
Yeah.
there, so you can get that plus they had a regular ice cream place. So those were the our complimentary restaurants. If anyone thinks of any, please throw it in the chat, and we always like to see what your opinions are. Like I said, we have a Carnival cruise in October, and so it's on a ship. I think it's the first time the ship's been over here, the Venezia.
Venezia.
Venezia?
It's coming from Spain. It was a Costa ship that Carnival purchased. So it's Italian
All
themed.
right.
They didn't change anything. And yeah, it's coming from Barcelona, Spain, I think.
They are
to,
Americanized it a little bit.
yeah,
from
are
what
they?
South I've
Are
heard.
they?
Yeah, we're going
Okay.
to do a podcast on that ship, so we'll go into more detail with it.
I'm excited to see the A train because it's supposed to be like St. Marco Square. I've been to St. Marco Square in Venice many, many years ago, but I do remember it.
Hello, Najuma. Thanks for coming in,
Hi,
Najuma.
Najuma.
We're going to be leaving out of your neck of the woods. We were just talking about that in October.
Yeah.
Taking the cruise out of New York. And a hello back to Ananda from both of us.
Hello, Ananda.
Someday, Larry, will meet her in person.
I hope so.
Okay, so that concludes our first question. Our second question is, let me change the, what excursions would you recommend? This is basically, I mean, this doesn't have to be on the cruise ship. It could be one if you're down in Texas and you take some kind of excursion or something like that. But, ours were all, because we don't take excursion. Well, we did, shouldn't say that. Our last excursion was a non-cruise one. It was off the cruise when the cruise was over.
Yeah.
The swamp boats.
Yeah, that was fun. I always wanted to do a swamp boat ride, so that was really fun.
But some of our favorites, top of our list is always snorkeling.
I love snorkeling. I think it's amazing. I remember when first time I went to St. Thomas, I took a class on how to snorkel and I couldn't do it. So I was really disappointed, but then I learned how to do it. So it's one of my favorite things to do now.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I mean, just if you can get a snorkel place close by, it's nice. We hate getting in like a cab and going to the other side of the island. In fact, we won't do that anymore.
No.
But actually, the part we enjoy the most is when you do kind of a combination excursion. You get on one of these ones with a catamaran.
Catamaran snorkel, yeah, excursions are fun.
So you get the catamaran ride.
Yeah.
They usually include rum punch on the way back, and then you get the snorkeling.
Yeah, it's nice. We went to in St. Thomas. We did the honeymoon beach. That was nice.
Yes, that was actually very nice. We had two snorkel stops.
Yeah, that was
and then
really nice.
And that one's actually come up again on this Carnival.
Oh, has it?
They have a version, so
Yeah.
we'll have to look into that more and see if we want to do it.
Yeah, that was very, very nice.
Larry says he did the one with several people from our group.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Snorkeling and sail excursion in Aruba.
That must
He
have been
recommends.
nice. Yeah, that must have been really nice. We went to we didn't snorkel in Aruba at all, but we did in Bonaire, which I love.
Yeah, the stop in Aruba, we took a bus with a group of people and went to the beach.
Yeah, we went to Eagle Beach, which is absolutely beautiful.
Larry, did you see a lot of fish when you did in Aruba? Because I think if you snorkel close to shore, you don't see much in Aruba. But I've heard if you go on the excursions like he did,
yeah.
Kind of out by a reef or something, you see a lot more.
I just love snorkeling. It's just so cool. I always used to watch growing up Jacques Cousteau. And the first time I ever went snorkeling was in Bermuda. And I felt like Jacques Cousteau because I saw all these really cool, coral. I saw the brain coral and I forget what other kind of coral I saw, but it was just so beautiful and all the gorgeous fish. So it was really quite an experience.
Guru and Wahoo the turtle. You still love that name?
Yeah.
Yeah, his Larry said rum punch with 2 stops, and there was a fair amount of fish. Okay.
Good.
Yeah, the place they claim is great for it, and I wish we had done this. Well, we did go snorkeling, but it wasn't an excursion. Is Bonaire.
That was nice. That was really nice. I mean, I didn't see any more colorful fish that any different colorful fish that I wouldn't have seen in Bermuda
Right.
or Barbados, but it was lovely. I
That-
mean, just seeing the coral.
Well, that was a surprise.
That
They
was
haven't.
really
This
cool.
is a nice excursion if you're in the snorkeling. You actually take a shovel, which wasn't real
Yeah.
expensive, out to
No.
this island. There's no bathrooms or anything on the
No,
island.
there's no bathrooms.
You walk down the beach and you actually go into the water, and there's a gap in the reef. You have to go in that
Yeah.
specific spot.
You feel like you're going down deep, and I was getting nervous going through, but that's when Bizzo helped me go through. He guided me because there's
Good feeling,
coral
yeah.
on the left and coral on the right, and just a small opening, and then you go through it, and you feel like you're gonna drop.
Right. Well, that's the thing. You get to the
Yeah.
outside of the coral, which is where they tell you to go to swim back,
Yeah.
and it just goes straight
Yeah,
down.
it was really cool. That was a cool experience. And it was way over my head, so I stayed out there a little bit, but I got a little nervous, so I came back a little closer. But yeah, I saw some nice colorful fish, but I wouldn't say any more so than other places.
No, in fact, probably less.
Hmm.
I was surprised because
Yeah.
that's supposed to be one of the huge.
Yeah. Well, maybe it was a
fish
time of
capital of the world,
year.
right.
Maybe it was
I
a
don't know.
time of year. We don't know. But it
Next-
was just cool seeing the coral and having that experience of going through, you know, that area and having it drop like that.
Let's see. Guru says toes on the beach, watching you live on St. Simon Island in Georgia. We have been wanting to stop in Georgia now, well, 2 years in a row. We're talking about it again this year on the way back
Georgia,
from
you mean
Florida.
Savannah? I've been
Well,
wanting to
just
stop.
Georgia. This
Oh,
is,
yeah,
it says
yeah.
island out there. I
Yeah.
think that I don't know if that's the island they're on that I'm thinking of, but there's an island. It's gorgeous. It's like a gorgeous
Oh, I'd
resort
love
area.
to do it.
It must be what, 90s down there? Have you hit 90s down there? Oh, that's good to know, Larry. It says, speaking of Barbados, your cruise in October is a steal. Would love to join you. It
It
actually,
is a steal. I
the
know.
funny thing with that, Larry, is it was, what was it, 669, and I didn't realize I hadn't held it. The guy put
Yeah.
on a 24-hour hold, but I didn't realize I
Yeah.
hadn't sent in a deposit.
And then
So he told me that if I wanted to freeze the price, I had to send a deposit in. Well, in the 24 hours that I forgot, the price dropped another 20 per ticket, so it's $649.
That was nice.
For a
That's
12-day cruise.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
So-
Yeah.
Oh, it's 92 in Georgia today.
Ooh,
Nice.
92.
Um,
Wow.
Nancy sometimes likes to try things a little different. I'm happy just probably being at the water, but she likes to be a little more cultured sometimes. And so we did one year, we did the Mayan ruins.
Oh, I love that. I always wanted to see a Mayan ruin, and that was really cool. So check that off my list.
Right. And that's, you go to
Yeah.
port. We did the one off the Costa Maya, was it?
Yeah.
And it's an hour bus ride. They bring you in. It's a
Yeah, it was a
package.
little bit
It's a package
longer.
thing, the bus ride and
Yeah.
the tour guide and all that. So it's a nice change of
It
pace.
was. The bus ride wasn't bad. They do have bathrooms on the bus, so that was a good thing.
We also talked about, I don't know if anyone's ever done one of these, an island tour where they get in the bus and they take you for explore the
Yeah,
island.
I wanted to do that in St. Lucia because you go around the island and then you stop at different spots and you experience the culture and taste different types of foods. But
Well, the problem is it's a full day. Most
a
of
full
those are
day,
at least
yeah.
3 or 4 hours, and the one you were looking at was 7
yeah,
hours. And
it
it's
was
like
I think it was 6, but
on
yeah,
the bus.
I
and
know. I didn't know if I could handle that.
So right now
Yeah.
we put that on a shelf,
Yeah.
on the hold. Maybe at some point, if someone came across one that we knew was good,
Yeah,
and it made several stops at hotels or something,
yeah, that would be good.
then it would work out better. The other one, we love wildlife.
Yeah,
So anything with wildlife. We went to a turtle farm in Grand
that was
Cayman,
really cool holding
which
the
you could actually
turtles.
pick the turtles up and
Yeah,
hold them.
yeah, that was nice.
That was really nice. We have not done this yet, but we actually did an excursion, not excursion, but it was a full day in Florida with the stingrays, swimming with stingrays.
Oh,
But
at
we have not,
Discovery Cove. That
right.
was fantastic.
But we have
Yeah.
never done one of the ones where people go to the sandbars.
No,
Don't know if
haven't
those
done
are
that.
worth it. If people recommend that, that
Yeah.
would be interesting to know. Monkeys, people trying to get you to do the monkeys left and right. As we told the story before, we lucked out and had a beer at a bar that the owner had a monkey there. So he played with the monkeys, him and a baby monkey and an adult monkey, for about 3 hours.
And I did go to the museum in St. Kitts. It was like $5 to get in, and I really enjoyed it. I like seeing all the artifacts there. So I enjoyed that.
Larry did the ruins in Tulum, Mexico.
Oh, I heard that was good too. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Is that the one right on the coast, Larry, where they a lot of times they'll combine it with a swim in the water
Yeah,
too?
I think so.
When there's water involved.
Yeah.
Also, the sloth. People seem to get a kick out of the
Yeah, I
sloth.
wouldn't mind holding a sloth.
Dolphin swim we've done twice, but it's been in Florida, so we haven't done it on one of the islands.
Right.
But we got a taste. We got a full taste.
Yeah,
of that.
we've done the dolphin swim twice now, so I can skip that. That was fun though. They had a really good dolphin swim at Discovery Cove. That was nice.
And then the beaches.
Oh, the beaches.
Some islands charge, some are free.
Yeah.
If you go to an island like Aruba, had the very fine soft sand,
yeah,
right?
that was
Bermuda's
beautiful.
the same way.
Bermuda was like that.
And there are others that are more of a rockier.
Well, Bermuda, if you go to Horseshoe Beach, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous beach.
Like a Bonaire doesn't have this fine sand because
No, it's all
isn't that
coral.
the whole island is
The
made
whole
of coral,
beach
right?
was coral.
Well, the whole island, I think,
Yeah.
is made of coral.
Yeah. It was interesting. It was,
Yeah, he said just past Plata del Carmen, so that is the one you're talking
Okay.
about.
That's nice. You got to do that.
Hey, Larry, thanks for coming in. Good luck on your place.
Enjoy your rest of your day. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Ananda. Bye, Ananda.
That's right. Continue those walks and spending time
enjoy
out in
the
nature.
outdoors.
We also threw down here for excursions. We didn't do it ourselves, but the kids did it on a couple of occasions. Jet skiing.
Oh, they loved it. Yeah, they loved it.
The one thing it's funny, they do it different. Some you have to go as a group.
Yeah.
Like Bermuda, I think you had to follow.
You had to follow the group. Yeah.
But then when he did it in Barbados, he was just flinging
He
around.
was on his own, and he was in his glory. Our son loved it. Had a blast.
And boat rentals. We did it once. We rented the Whaler, which I somehow filled with water and almost sank it. But and we ruined 2 cameras because of it. But that was in Bermuda, and that was a nice way to scoot around.
Was in Bermuda, and we stopped and we looked around, and I think our son was climbing on some rocks, and he said, "Mom, there's a bird in here." So I went up there, and sure enough, I saw the long-tailed Bermuda bird, and I got a picture of it, and I posted it online. So it's online. It's on Facebook with all my other bird pictures. It was really cool seeing that. It was nesting. Yeah.
So, but you get to, like you said, there were little isolated beaches you could stop on. We actually took it out to our cruise ship and went around our cruise ship.
Didn't we go see a shipwreck? We took it out there, and there was so many fish around that area.
You could see it through the water. We didn't snorkel there though. We just kind of looked, but it was loaded with fish.
Loaded with fish, yeah.
Okay, so we have those are excursions we've done. We'd love to hear any excursions. I mean, there are hundreds and hundreds of excursions.
I know.
So, we're water people right now, anyways. A lot of people just like to go inland. I know people zip line.
I don't do that.
They go to the different, like the distilleries and the chocolate factories.
Yeah,
Some of those would be nice if they were in. There are a couple ports where those were within walking distance.
Yeah.
And that would be nice. You take a walk over, you do a tour.
I would like
and
to check that out if it was in walking distance. I just don't zip line. I'm scared of heights. Couldn't. I did downhill ski. I did overcome that, so I could downhill ski, but I won't have a zip line.
And our third and final question is, where'd you go? Typical souvenirs you buy. I'm just curious what people invest in when they do it. Hey, Blaine, thanks for coming in.
How
nice
are
to see you. He said the shipwreck. Billy J must have been the captain. Yeah, that's true. Amber Cove, that was nice. And we've never taken. Some people did take an excursion to the other side of the island. There was some wildlife thing going on. We just stayed with the pool and that kind of thing.
Yeah, just hung around.
That was a nice area.
It was very pretty.
So a final one is typical souvenirs. You guys get any unusual souvenirs? Remember when you were a kid, it was a alligator head and this and that, or the shark in the jar. But now it's like we basically magnets, mugs.
Yeah, sometimes keychains.
Oh, I didn't even put that on the list. Keychains. I forgot about that. Definitely keychains. T-shirts or other clothing. Could be a T-shirt or hat or.
I got a little replica of the Mayan ruin though. for my curio cabinet because I like that.
Yeah, a little statue.
A little
thing.
statue.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yes.
yeah.
A little statue of the mine.
Well, Blaine gets collects magnets.
Oh, he does.
In different countries and any bigger cities we go. We
That's
use
cool.
Collect mugs, but that's
Yeah,
our
mugs,
problem.
I
We would
know.
get
We have
mugs
too
for
many
everything.
mugs, yeah.
You're right. You've got to switch. Scott Smith gets shot glasses, and
Oh yeah, we used to do that years ago.
we have a whole thing in that kitchen with shot
Yeah,
glasses. And we
yeah.
haven't bought them in years because they're all dusty now, just
Yeah,
kind of sitting up
yeah.
there. And we did the same with mugs. We had shot glasses and we had mugs,
So
and
we
now
stopped because our cabinets got too flooded.
yeah, you actually had to get rid of a lot of them just so we have
Yeah,
room
we
for what's
did.
up there. But yeah, those are. So we switch now. The two things we get now are a magnet, right? You like to collect
I
a
like
magnet,
magnets.
and we get Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, we definitely have to get a Christmas ornament.
So if it's on the ship, we'll get one on the ship. Not
Yeah.
usually the porch,
No,
just
just
the
the
ship.
ship.
And if it's in Disney,
We'll
we
get a
love the Disney
yeah.
ornaments. So
We
we'll
love
try and get
Disney.
something like. Do we get one for the 50th?
We got one for the 50th. Yeah.
And you're eyeing one possibly when we go back down for the 100th or something.
Yeah, I like to get one.
For something meaningful.
Yeah.
The one big thing we got was the monorail.
Oh
like,
yeah, that was a long time ago.
If you haven't seen the souvenir, it's like the train.
Mm-hmm.
You put the track around but it's a monorail track, so it's raised around the base of the tree.
Yeah.
And the monorail drives around and actually gives up the
Yeah. Our
announcements.
kids always enjoyed seeing that on Christmas Day.
So we've been putting that underwear. It's had a little bit of trouble with its mobility lately, but we put that under every Christmas for the last 30 years or something.
Yeah.
So that's a great souvenir. And I guess the final souvenir that we put down that you like to get for something special is pins.
Oh yeah, I was really into getting pins. I haven't purchased a pin for a while, but I do have a small collection of them.
That's a good idea. Scott has them enclosed in cases. He keeps them in, so he really preserves them.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
Yeah, you'd laugh at ours. Ours are on a shelf above the kitchen, and it's so inundated with dust and stuff. We probably should just wash them all out at some point.
I did. I put them in the dishwasher and cleaned them, but I haven't done that.
And so those are probably the souvenirs we get nowadays, right? We don't want to take too much home anyways.
Yeah, we don't get too, I mean, we might buy 1 or 2 t-shirts, but we try to limit that because, we have a lot of stuff.
Don't wear them, yeah.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff, a lot of t-shirts.
Like our cruise in October is a ship we've never been on.
Mm-hmm.
And what's it? Venezia?
Venezia.
So hopefully they'll have an ornament for our tree.
Yeah.
Which we're putting up for the first time now in 3 years. So that is, let's see, we're almost to the 1 o'clock hour. So that is our show for today. Like I said, we're going to come back with our game day or game night this Sunday at 4 o'clock. We'll start out with Tanisha time and then go into a crap or fact and name this. So hopefully you'll come and join us there.
What?
No, he's just making this up because Blaine, that this is hopefully for good luck. I wore it on the 7th game against the 76ers, thinking that was going to be the last game they won it. So I get a reprieve. So I still get another 3 games at least. I can wear
keep your
this.
fingers crossed.
That's right. Once that's done, this will go into the closet until next year. So that's it for today. We appreciate you coming in. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you all for joining us and have a great day and stay young and have fun. See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. See you Sunday, hopefully.